Once upon a time, the art of the movies was to suspend belief. Today, the art is to create belief. One of the greatest challenges in the modern cinema was to make you believe that a man could fly. They succeeded in a film called Superman.
What's your background? Where do you hail from?
The story was told to us in 1938. In comic books first, but has been told again and again in cartoons, in books, on radio, on records, in film serials, and on television. It was a bold and risky venture to attempt to put him in a full-length feature film. The idea was the brainchild of a young producer, then still in his 20s, Ilya Salkin.
I was walking in front of a cinema that had Zorro playing with a French star called Alain Delon. And 2 days after, I had dinner with my father, and then suddenly I said to my father, let's do Superman. He said, it's known, this Superman. I said, it's known? It says known as Jesus Christ. Everybody knows Superman.
So I explained to him what it was. I said, Superman is a man who flies, who can do this, who is good, has terrible enemies, and all kind of fantastic things happen. And he immediately clicked.
When Ilya mentioned it, I started reading all the stuff about. And I believed it could be very good as a major film, if it will be done right.
We were finishing The Four Musketeers. Ilya came up with the idea, actually. I said, hey, what about doing Superman, the comic book, as a film? So I said, well, it's going to be expensive.
I said, we got to do something that is serious, that is big. So he went to talk to his backers, and they all reacted well. And then, okay, we said, yeah, let's do it.
Well, the first endeavor is to put the package together. I mean, to find the story, find the right actors for the story, the right director, put all that together. Secondly, you have to find also the finance to make it happen, which is less amusing, but very necessary.
My father, Alexander Salkin, was an absolute wizard. Really had this extraordinary talent to find money, and also he had an incredible charm in a different way. But you know, he would hypnotize people literally. Had very blue eyes, and just look at them, hypnotize them, and they would give checks. I've tried it; doesn't work. Doesn't work.
Then we proceeded with looking on how to secure the rights. In August of '74. A representative of DC Comics flew in to London. That was a gentleman called Bernard Cashton. The key for DC Comics was, and actually there is a clause in the contract, which is called integrity of character.
The arrangements for the first couple of Superman movies were a very exhaustive contract with the Salkinds, where DC was really trying to look at every possible issue of production and take a very aggressive point of view of the quality of the production, the standards, and really to be as fully involved as possible to make sure that it would be a great set of films.
That was a very daring idea at the time. There had not been a comic book movie prior to Superman other than the serials in theaters really in the late 40s. There, of course, have been television shows, the Superman TV show, but to do a big budget Hollywood film of a comic book character, that was thinking in a way people really hadn't done previously. And in that sense, the Salkinds were very pioneering.
DC Comics had absolute control on everything that was done. Of course, who would play Superman? They approved Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali. They approved Al Pacino. They approved Jimmy Caan, Steve McQueen, Clint Eastwood. It was a smorgasbord, you know, a real mix.
Some of it, when you look back in retrospect, is kind of funny because you have the approved list of actors who could play Superman or Lois, and included most of the stars of the day, including some who probably should never have been in those roles, but just had enough box office appeal, I guess, at the time to technically count as approved.